Hey everyone, it's MGV, Mafia Game Videos, and in this video I'm going to showcase 10 things that were removed from Mafia Definitive Edition. Now these are 10 things that were available in the original 2002 Mafia game, but didn't make it to the remake. Number 10. Dogs in open world. In the original Mafia game, there was dogs in open world and in missions. In mission Ordinary Routine and in the mission Election Campaign, there was dogs in the mission that could attack Tommy, and they posed a challenge for the player since the player had to maneuver and find ways to either kill the dog or outrun the dog. And this was cut from the game. This did not make it to Mafia Definitive Edition. In Mafia Definitive Edition story trailer number 1, we actually see a German Shepherd in the streets, and this was obviously cut because there's only one dog in the entire game. In the mission A Trip to the Country, we see a dead dog, and I don't know if this is a script or a prop, but the dog is dead and you can't really do anything about it. You can shoot the dog, but the dog doesn't move or anything. And in the free roam and in the whole city of Lost Heaven in the remake, you can actually hear dogs barking and other animal noises like chickens. But just like Mafia 2 and Mafia 3, these are just noises for the city. Dogs actually don't appear in the open world. A fun fact is there's actually a secret weapon in the original Mafia game, which is a dog head. Yes, you heard that correctly, a dog's head. Now, you can get this weapon by throwing a grenade at a dog or blowing up a car around a dog, and its head will come off. Number 9. No witnesses, no crimes committed. Now this is my biggest pet peeve of Mafia Definitive Edition. I just don't like this because in Mafia 3 they perfected the system. In Mafia Definitive Edition, you can commit a crime in the middle of nowhere, like in the countryside, and if there's just one person and you commit a crime, you will get stars and the police will be up your ass. Now this is just like Mafia 2 where you could spawn a police officer in the middle of nowhere and you could liquidate him, and you would immediately have a wanted level and cops would be all over you. Now I'm very disappointed that they didn't incorporate Mafia 3's no crimes, no witnesses, no crimes committed system, which if you committed a crime, pedestrians would run to the phone booths and they would phone the police, or if there was a police officer around the corner, they would go to him and tell him. But nope, they decided to opt out for Mafia 2's horrible police system that they randomly just spawn around you. And the police could be walking on foot and he would radio other police officers. I just found the phone booth method way more realistic and immersive. Number 8. Trains and tram player accessibility. In the original Mafia game, in mission Moonlighting, where Tom and Paulie take the train to go to the bank to scope it out before they commit the heist, in that mission you literally ride a train. However, in the Mafia Definitive Edition, there's no train riding at all. There's a cutscene in mission number 18 just for relaxation of Tommy and Paulie talking together inside of a train, and there's actually trains moving all over the city. There's pedestrians coming in and off the train, but the developers decided to block the entrance and remove the feature of Tommy sitting in a train. This could easily be reversed by the Mafia developers in a future update. All you need is Tommy sitting and you're good. If you're curious to see the inside of a train in Mafia Definitive Edition, I actually made a video about it, about me taking the train in the remake and doing a whole lap around the entire city. And the video is in the description below. Number 7. friendly fire. Now, this is another pet peeve of mine. I am not a fan of all your friends and allies being immortal gods. It adds no challenge to the game. Polly, Sam, Luigi, Don Salieri, they're all gods. They don't die, they eat bullets like sponges, and in the original Mafia game, you could attack all your friends and allies, and if you did, they would have a special dialogue that they would tell Tommy, and they would kill Tommy, and then you get mission failed, and if you managed to kill one of them, you would also get mission failed, saying that you killed so-and-so. And I kind of like this feature in the original Mafia game. I'm just not a fan how in Mafia 2 and in Mafia 3, all your friends are gods. You can use them as shields, as body covers in the middle of missions that have firefights. It just poses no challenge. Number 6. Knuckle Dusters. Now, for those who don't know, in the original Mafia game, Knuckle Dusters were a melee weapon that Tommy could use. They were just brass knuckles, but nonetheless, these brass knuckles were cut from Mafia Definitive Edition. They're actually in the game files along with many other weapons that didn't make it in the game, but I'll make a video on that topic in the future, showcasing all the weapons that were cut from Mafia Definitive Edition. Number 5. Eight free ride cars. In Mafia Definitive Edition, there's a total of 10 bonus cars that the player can unlock. There's a total of 5 cars from Lucas Bertoni, such as the Manta Prototype, Disorder, Trottenberg Sport, Lazater V16 Apollon, and the Flame Spear. Then there's another 5 in the free ride missions. In mission number 8, the Mutigen, it's a electric race car. In mission number 9, the Waybar Concept. In mission number 10, the Smith Murray from the Betty mission. And mission 11, the Brubaker Forte and Carzella C-Series race cars. However, in the original Mafia game, there's a total of 19 cars that you can unlock in the free ride missions. And 10 of these cars actually appear in the Mafia Definitive Edition. And one of these cars has been changed. Black Metal is now the armored vehicle, and it can be obtained at the police station in the remake. So now that leaves 8 cars that didn't make it to Mafia Definitive Edition. And these are as follows. Flower Power, Hot Rod, Hillbilly, Demoniac, Monsieur, Luciferion, and Bob Mylon. Number 4. Yellow Pete. Now, for those unaware, Yellow Pete was a character in the original Mafia game. He was a black market, under-the-table gunsmith owner that Tommy and Polly would go to before they commit the bank heist in the mission Moonlighting. Now, the reason Tommy and Polly go to Yellow Pete is because they can't go to Vincenzo, because if they go to Vincenzo to get weapons for the bank heist, then Vincenzo's going to rat them out to Don Salieri, who's then going to liquidate them. So that's why Yellow Pete was created in the original Mafia game. However, in the Mafia Definitive Edition, Yellow Pete doesn't exist. And that's possibly why Paulie and Tommy got caught, because they used the weapons that Vincenzo gave them. But nonetheless, Yellow Pete was one of those characters that the player would remember. A very memorable character. Number 3. Real-time movable bridges. In the original Mafia game, when you drove around the city, you would see the bridges going up and down, and they would happen at very random times. However, in Mafia Definitive Edition, this does not happen in real time. They are scripted for certain missions, and it kind of ruins the joy out of the game. Like, it makes the game way less immersive, because you can't wait for the bridge to go up, because it's never going to happen. It has to be, it's scripted. It's at a certain checkpoint at a mission. I'm pretty bummed out that they didn't include this feature in the remake, because it was pretty awesome seeing a ferry go across the bridge. It was just like real life, and this was very impressive to me. Imagine that in 2002 we have a game that the bridge goes up and down. Like, that's pretty impressive. My hat goes out to the developers of the original game. Props to you. Number 2. Idiot Joe. In the original Mafia game, there was a character called Joe who was an informant who would tell Tommy Angelo about the whereabouts of Frank in the Omerta mission. And he was found under the Giuliano Bridge, and Tommy had to beat him up to get him to talk. And it was quite a funny mission. However, in the Mafia Definitive Edition, Tommy just goes to a bar, and then this guy at the bar just tells him about Frank's location, about his house, and then you follow Frank from his house to the airport. Idiot Joe will be missed. Number 1. Numero uno. Big Dick. Now, for those who don't know, Dick was a character in the original Mafia game. He was in one of the Lucas Bertoni missions, and he was called Big Dick. That's what he would call himself. And it was just funny all around, this entire mission. He's very easily offended, and Tommy takes a jab at his name and makes fun of it, but Dick doesn't realize it.
You Dick?
Dick. My name's Big Dick.
Sure. I got this package from Luca, Dick.
Great. Anyone tell you?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah? Then who are those guys? Shit! So, show them what you got.
You too, Big Dick.
Hey, you ain't as soft as you look.
You neither.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, fine. Send my regards to Lucas.
And that concludes 10 things removed from Mafia Definitive Edition. I'm still happy with the remake. There are still many ways that the remake outshines the original game, but this video is just discussing 10 things that were removed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments regarding these 10 things that were removed. Do you wish to see them in a future DLC, in a future update? And let me know.
Lace, park, scene dark, silvery moon is shining through the trees. Cast to me you, sound of kisses floating on the breeze. Act 1, be